You spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
I was cruising around in a fucking golf cart with 2 handles of Jameson Stout Edition and 400 red mini solo cups handing out shots, and everybody was like, hey, do a shot with me. There's like 200 fucking people at the golf tournament. You do the math. I was fucked up.
You needed to do like an actor, have like a shot of iced tea.
I think that's you know, but here's what I was thinking. I knew it was my last fucking day in front of these people and they weren't going to see me for 7 fucking weeks. So I figured time heals all wounds. Go big or go home, and let's send everybody home with a fucking story. And I sure as shit did.
Yeah, sure as shit did.
So there we go.
How's your coworker that you rolled the golf cart onto?
Well, okay, now here's the deal. No,
Okay,
no. There were insinuating circumstances. So these golf carts... that too. Extenuating circumstances. You mispronounced that for me. So what had happened was we're out at the Moore Park Country Club, and these golf carts, I haven't been on a golf cart in fucking a dog's year at least. And now they have GPS, and you can connect your phone with Bluetooth and have music and shit, right?
It's a fucking golf course.
Yeah,
Come
but the GPS shows you like where you are and the yardage and everything, so you don't need a rangefinder. It's just wherever your golf cart is. Like, here's how far you are from. It's pretty fucking cool. But it also will stop you if you're out of bounds where you shouldn't be driving and make you reverse very slow back out to where you need to be. So there's no, fucking tomfoolery with that.
It's oppression. It's oppression.
And then it's oppression. And it also will slow you down on the path, saying, hey, it's a blind turn. Like you can only go 5 miles an hour. Blah, blah. So I'm like, cool. So I'm like, to me, in Matt's head,
drunk proof.
That's like, I'm just going to keep it fucking pegged the whole time because it's going to fucking slow me down. Well, I found a chink in their armor.
Leave it to you.
When you're just driving around handing out shots to everybody and you need to go backwards on the course and go back up to the clubhouse, apparently it fucks with the GPS because you're going the other direction. Oh. So I go on an uphill left turn and I got it pegged, and my coworker is riding shoddy, and he's at least 300 pounds, I'd say. He's a big boy.
Do I know this person?
God.
You do know this person.
Okay. Did he break the top?
And so I hook that left, and it's like slow motion. We start tilting to the right. Bam! And as soon as we hit, I jump out. Like, I'm fucking out, and I'm laughing.
Your 300-pound coworker is not capable of that.
No. He was on the fucking receiving side of the ground. So he hits. I jump out. I'm laughing. He's laughing harder. I turn around. There's the 2 like VPs of the company, one of the like owners of the major company that owns us, like a bunch of people that you probably shouldn't have done this in front of, come running over. I'm laughing so hard, I'm having a hard time picking up the golf cart. It's a golf cart. I'm laughing so hard, I'm like having a hard time picking this up. So 4 other people rush over, pick it up, and then my coworker gets out. I look at his right leg, the outside from his knee down to his ankle is just fucking road rash. It's just raw. It's just blood. And I'm like, guys, I got this. I'm fucking hammered at this point. So I have my little freaking everyday carry bag that I have with me, and it has, a little, freaking first aid / trauma kit. Yeah. So I throw some gloves on real quick. I grab a bottle of water, freaking rinse this shit off, fucking scrub it down. He's crying. I'm laughing because I'm drunk. I don't fucking feel anything. And then, wrap his ass up and then pop him back in the cart, and we head off. And that's the last fucking thing I remember, gentlemen. That was at noon.
Wow.
That was at noon. We started at, I got there at 6 a.m. to help set up. The tea time started at like 8:15. I had 1 breakfast burrito and then did, I don't know. At that point at noon, I was already down a handle. So down 1.75 fucking liters. had another handle, but we were going like, him and I were going shot for shot with everybody. They're like, hey, do a shot with me. And we're like, okay, cool. Fucking stupid, right? I'm in a kilt. I'm a fucking superhero. So,
Jesus.
I woke up at 4:00 being driven
I'm proud
by,
that you're still wearing a kilt.
yes, 4:00 being driven by my boss to my other boss's house in my own truck so I can try to sober up a little bit. Had some pizza. My coworker that was, Captain Road Rash, he was already there. So I looked at his leg and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, who wrapped you
Who
up?
did
He's like,
that?
yeah, he goes, you did. I'm like, I was drunk. Let me fix that. We went back through and I fucking scrubbed his ass again. And put a bunch of fucking A&D ointment on it and shit and just wrapped his ass up. But he's doing good now. We're all doing good. And, like I said, at least I wasn't.
How do you know? You haven't seen him.
Well, I talked to him, At least I wasn't the person running around asking all the important people for blow. So there's that.
I mean,
Wow.
yeah.
And that having been said,
Welcome to the locker room. I'm Tom.
I'm Drunky McDrunkerton for
Chuck.
And
And let's talk about black people real quick.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, I told you I was gonna wake you up.
Coming in hot.
There we go. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
yeah. Coming in
Not a
hot,
black
that's what she
person.
said. Oh,
Sorry.
so
Sorry.
my wife and I got
Established.
invited to a Mike Halloween party for everybody. Mike, so come as any Mike
Also
character.
not a white person. Just want to clarify.
Come as any Mike.
Anybody named Mike.
Anybody named Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's
Mike Mirror.
like,
Big bandana.
I'm gonna
No.
go as Mike Tyson and put a tattoo on my face. And I was
There you
like,
go.
oh,
It's a black
you're gonna
person.
do fucking blackface.
No. She did?
What is wrong with you?
Are there fucking pictures?
No, it hasn't happened yet. And she's like, shut the fuck up. I'm not going to go as blackface. I'm just going to put the thing on my face. I'm like, no one's going to know who the fuck you are. We're going to shave
put
your head.
that tattoo
We're
on
gonna
your
paint you
face.
fucking black.
Yeah. You put the tattoo
and you
on
put the boxing gloves. They'll know.
yeah.
Ah,
It's
no.
implied.
If
It's
you
but
talk-
what it is.
we're-
If you go
we're
around and
doing-
talk like this,
It's implied
She's
blackface though. I'm gonna say
She's
it is
getting
implied
tan?
black.
it's tattooed face.
It's
Tattooed
so she's getting tanned, and I'm going to put a little bit of bronzer on her, and
Oh my
look like a little
god.
milk dud.
You're gonna go as mulatto face.
I will say that before all
Mulatto
the
face is not
controversy-
blackface.
Before all the controversy, some friends of mine, we all went to a Halloween party, and they dressed up as the cast of Reno 911. And not one of them was black, and yet every character was represented. Just
Jesus
put it that way.
Christ. Wow.
Here's the thing. For those of you that don't understand, to us growing up, Matt, you remember this. There was a difference between blackface, right?
Right.
Actual minstrel show blackface,
Right.
where you had the white circle around your mouth and the white circle around
Yeah.
your eyes, and then the black grease paint or brown grease paint, versus like cosplaying a black character
Correct.
and using some darker makeup to make. I mean, go watch
Johnny
what
Depp.
was Trading
Not Johnny
Places. Trading Places when
Oh, yeah.
Dan Aykroyd wore the dark makeup and the dreadlocks, with
Yep.
Eddie Murphy, or
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. in
Robert Downey
Tropic
Jr. 's what I'm thinking
Thunder.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was not like blackface was a very specific. I am deliberately mocking black people in
Correct.
minstrel show fashion.
Yeah. That was, I'm in fucking North Carolina,
Right.
fucking just,
Look at Trudeau. He looked like he was mocking a black dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was bad. He had
Like,
the
if-
circles in
if-
his mouth and his eyes.
If you make
like,
yourself look
"Mm."
like a fucking pickaninny statue, and if
Right.
you don't know what a
Yeah,
pickaninny
pretty
statue is, go ahead and fucking
Yeah.
Google that.
Little Sambos, like
Yeah.
all the like. If you're trying to
Yeah.
cosplay Song of the South,
There's a
Yes,
whole
sir.
entire generation that is not gonna know what that is because
I
it's
know.
gone. It's gone.
It's totally gone.
It's fucking gone. And Splash
Well, no,
Mountain's gone.
It's there. You can find it. I
Is there,
have
like,
it.
There's like bootleg. Well,
No, it's not even bootleg. Like it was around for a long ass time.
well, yeah, I know, but I'm saying right now, like you couldn't go out and get it.
No,
now.
you can't go to like the store to get it.
You can't stream it on
anywhere.
Disney Plus.
I mean-
It's Disney has wiped it from its vault.
Yes, they
Yeah.
have whitewashed it out of existence.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Real quick, the whole thing about a while back, when everyone thing was getting canceled due to woke culture, and Aunt Jemima's company, basically had to change their fucking great grandma's fucking name off of the Aunt Jemima syrup, and whatever.
Aunt Jemima, the actual Aunt Jemima, that was a
Right.
real
Who was
person.
like the first
the
black
first-
millionaire.
Yes,
in
first black
US history.
female,
So-
first black female millionaire.
Black female millionaire.
That
Yeah.
is fucking racist to me.
She's a real
doing
fucking
That's-
person.
That shows
Yeah.
pride. But now fast forward fucking to the Biden era, which we're all gonna fucking die. But hey, at least we'll have appropriate cans of Bud Light. And the liberals are just like, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Well, what happened to Uncle Ben? Why don't you just not buy that? What about Aunt Jemima? Shut the fuck
What
up.
about Land O'Lakes?
Land O'Lakes.
They did Land O'Lakes dirty. They
You
did
know
what
what?
the U.S. government's always done. They got rid of the Indian and kept
Yep.
the land.
Kept the land. You know what? You know what upset me about that? Because I don't know who started this. I was privy to it. I participated in it. I did not invent this. But if you had to get 2 Land O'Lakes, or no, just one, because it was on both sides of
Mhm.
the carton. Yep.
Mhm.
And you cut the Indian girls, sorry, the Native American girls. You cut the freaking Indians' freaking knees out of one, right?
Right.
And then you cut a little half rectangle out where she's holding the Land
Yeah.
O'Lakes above her breast.
Yep.
And you put the knees with 2 little dots, taped
Yep.
it behind that, and then it was a little flip box. And then it was
Yep.
like, here's my boobies.
Oh my gosh. Jesus Christ.
What?
It's like when
Fuck.
you take the $20 bill now and you turn Andrew Jackson into John Rambo. Have you
Yep.
seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Well, I
Good
just think
shit.
it's funny. I just think it's funny that now you had that whole fucking, liberal culture, woke culture that are like, well, just, that's cultural appropriation. That's racist. So we need to cancel it. And now there's this. And we're like, hey, that's not right. Well, just don't buy it. Well, why don't you shut the fuck up and just not buy the other stuff?
Well,
and not
that's-
make such
yeah.
a big deal about it.
Yeah, rules
That's
for
so
thee, not for me.
hypocritical.
Well,
Yeah. No,
100%.
no,
Yeah,
no.
it's crazy. And that's exactly how our government's being ran. Anyway,
That's
whatever.
so that's an interesting point that I've been making a lot online anytime this comes up, which is everybody's going, oh, look at conservatives. They're so butthurt about Dylan Mulvaney being on a can of Bud Light. They're triggered. Ha ha. Like these are literally the motherfuckers that were going to war over Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
And who
Screaming.
were literally, calling for violence against people who played a Harry Potter video game because J.K. Rowling says women are women.
And-
Like, don't fucking high road us, motherfuckers. We did not start the sensitivity wars, number one. And number two, we're not asking for Dylan Mulvaney to be taken off the Bud Light can. We're just telling the people at Bud Light, you done fucked up, and we're going to blow up every can of Bud Light and not buy any more.
Yeah, and here's the deal. Bud Light, but Anheuser-Busch, up to this point, never honored a biological woman on a can of anything up until now.
You still haven't.
They still haven't. They still haven't.
haven't honored a
No,
woman
they still
on a can
haven't.
of beer.
And they decided to pick
Man.
somebody who
Has a 5
has
o'clock shadow on her penis.
identified as a woman for 365 days. On the 1 year mark is when they did this.
Bruce Jenner got
It's
Woman of the
proof
Year.
Men are good at everything. God damn it! Why
We're
aren't these
better-
fucking
we're better at
feminists
being
not
women than
stop?
women are.
Hey,
God.
women, we're beating you at you. The fuck,
you-
dude? Get pissed. Get angry.
God, who was it that
Put
I
some bloody
follow?
tampons. I don't know.
I follow somebody on the gram. Oh wait, here we go. I gotta find this. God, why can't I see this? Oh, I know why. Hold on. Here we go. We got this. There
Oh, we got to
go.
get the cheaters on.
You gotta get the fucking cheaters on. Somebody that I follow posted something about this, and it's this whole thing. And this is true. Fucking look it up. Best, and I'm doing air quotes, but they're implied.
Right.
Best female swimmer is biological
Oh,
male.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Seen this.
Best female cyclist, biological male.
Yep.
Best female runner, biological male.
Yep.
Best female Jeopardy player, biological male.
Yeah.
A man won Woman of the Year,
Mhm.
and a biological man won a woman's beauty pageant.
Yep.
Where are my feminists?
No,
Get
just
mad.
nowhere. Nowhere. The real feminists, like my wife, are like, I'm not even gonna open my mouth
Where's
because
the
it's not
Pink
even.
Pussy Hat Brigade? Okay, I want to see them.
Yeah.
Get angry.
And here's another thing.
They're allies.
The
Oh, that's fucking stupid. You're not real
I-
feminists then.
I think
Right.
it's time for the LGB part of the equation to seriously separate themselves
From the
from
T's and
the
the Q's.
TQI
Yeah.
pluses. Like
Right.
y'all need to
Yeah, we'll
fucking
start.
fucking separate that. Separate yourselves out. You don't want to
There's
be.
there's a gay woman, right? I don't know if
Look
you
over
guys
your
saw
shoulder like a gay woman. sneaking up
There's
on
a
you.
gay wo- There's a gay woman.
Exactly.
We're gonna call her a lesbian for the sake of
So
argument.
this lesbian, she was speaking out against what you're talking about. She was part of the
Oh, yeah, a lot
LGBTQ,
are-
and she spoke out.
finally
She got
starting to.
fucking blackballed. She's a comedian.
Yep.
She got
Yeah.
fucking blackballed.
Yes.
No one talked to her. People were
Yep.
attacking her, saying her fucking death threat. She's like, "What the fuck?
What
She goes,
happened to my
all I
community?
did is say that I don't want to be associated with trans and all this other shit." Cause she's like, I don't agree with it. She
Mhm.
goes, I'm a feminist. I'm also a lesbian. So I'm going
Well,
to align myself
A
with
trans
lesbian
man and a trans woman dating is a
Gay.
straight couple with extra steps.
fucking weird.
And parts.
Like a
Extra steps.
trans man is pregnant with
So
his
instead of
trans
him fucking the
woman's-
girl and grabbing her tits, he fucks a girl and grabs his own tits.
Okay.
It's weird. It's
well-
fucking weird. But anyways, she got fucking blackballed. So I mean, it would be really interesting to see
Probably the first
Sorry,
time
she got
bald.
blackballed.
if that actually like could happen and what would transpire. How angry would it get? Like how dirty would it get? Like I know a bunch of gay men and lesbian women who don't really agree with it, but then I know a lot of lesbian women who definitely agree with that other side.
Yeah.
I'll say that we can cut this topic off.
Just the tip. Just cut the tip.
There- honestly, it's so pervasive right now. We're going to be talking about it a lot, like more over the next year or so. So I just want to kind of move on, but I will say that I firmly believe, my wife and I have talked about this, I've said it before, that men pretending to be women is just as offensive. If white people are offensive when they put on makeup and pretend to be black people, it is just as offensive as men putting on makeup and pretending to be a stereotypical or what they think is a stereotypical woman. And my wife even brought it up. She says, anytime I see a trans man pretending to be a woman, they're not acting like a woman. They're acting like what men think women act like. And it's always like this overly dramatically broadly like,
Yes, bitch.
yeah, it's terrible. So, anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up. So, Matt, I don't know if you know this, but breaking news from we didn't talk about this last week. QAnon Shaman and Navy veteran Jacob Chansley has been released 14 months early from prison.
Okay, so a couple of things. I did not know that. And he shouldn't have been locked up in the first place.
Well, yeah. So here's what I'll tell you. So this is the New York Post. QAnon Shaman. And for those of you who don't know, he had the flag painted on his face. I believe it was a Texas or a version of a Texas flag. Red in one, half blue on the other, white stripe down the middle. Wearing buffalo horns and shirtless with what was written on his chest? I don't
recall.
Doesn't matter.
It kind of looked like hieroglyphics, but
Yeah.
I know it was something.
And he was carrying around a flag in the Capitol building. Go on with the chlorophyll.
There we go.
He was notoriously he participated in the unscheduled guided tour
Yeah. Yeah.
of the Capitol building.
Yes.
Oh my God. I heard somebody at work called it an insurrection, and I was like,
I
and
know.
I'm getting to the point where if you call it an attack or you call it an insurrection, I'm having a hard time biting my tongue and not saying, "Oh, motherfucker, you want to see an insurrection? I'll show you a goddamn insurrection. Don't you call it no insurrection unless you want to see a fucking insurrection, because I'll show you."
Yeah.
Like, anyway, it's just so irritating, because if the Antifa bullshit, when they were storming, taking cities and putting up barricades and not allowing law
Burning
enforcement in
fucking
and burning
police
police stations
precincts
down, yeah, if that's not an insurrection, then that's way worse than this
Taking over city blocks. and
somewhat
making it their
guided
own
tour of the Capitol.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chaz
Anyway.
or chop.
So do you remember when so he pleaded guilty, he got sentenced to 4.5 years, I think.
Yeah,
One of the
4.5
biggest
years.
sentence, one of the biggest sentences of anybody. Well, turns out that when our friend, who's not really our friend, but when Tucker Carlson got a hold of those tapes and started showing the unaired footage, including the footage of him being escorted around the building, which we've previously talked about.
Calmly.
Yes.
Yeah. Literally escorted.
Now I know Chuck knows this, but have you ever heard the term exculpatory evidence?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, in legal terms, exculpatory evidence is any evidence that would tend to show that the accused is innocent of the charges against them.
Yeah.
Right?
If you watched any Law and Order spinoffs or
Right. So let's say there's a witness who sees sees a suspect fleeing the scene of a crime. Cops interview the witness. Witness says it was a tall, blonde, white guy. And they arrest a short, fat, black dude. And the cops are like, well, we're not going to tell the defense about the witness who said it was a tall, blonde, white guy.
Right.
You cannot do that.
You can't do that.
You cannot do that at all. Prosecutors, now it doesn't work the other way, which is kind of bullshit. If the defense attorney comes across evidence that shows that their client's guilty as hell, all they can do, they can eat it, they can shove it up their ass, they can throw it in the garbage disposal, they could burn it they don't have to do a goddamn thing. But if the prosecution comes up with evidence that tends to show that the person being prosecuted or charged with the crime is not guilty, they are required by law to provide that evidence to the defense as exculpatory evidence. Well, turns out the footage of the QAnon shaman being escorted through the Capitol building was not, in fact, provided to the defense. And the court went, yeah, that kind of tends to show that he was not guilty. That's exculpatory
he
evidence.
Didn't storm the building and get in there by force.
Affected the outcome of his trial.
Yeah. Yep.
And so, fuck it. The only remedy is to let him go.
And then now he's probably going to launch a countersuit against.
I don't know, man.
No.
Well,
part
what
of
if
me
that was
thinks
in
he's
his
probably
fucking
scared.
What if that was in his thing? He's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I went there, but yeah, I fucking did it up, but I was led around by cops. They're like,
they told me
no,
to.
You weren't.
They fucking told me to.
And you're like, sure they would.
Was.
Yeah.
And then this comes out and he's like, I got your fucking number, bitch.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think he's gonna get paid. I don't think we're gonna hear about it, but I think he's gonna get paid.
Now, check this fucking paragraph. Chansley, who suffers from mental health problems, served 11 months in solitary confinement during his prison stint, according to Watkins. This is a Navy vet who was separated from the Navy for refusing to take the anthrax vaccine and wrote 2 books. And also, they say he suffers from mental health problems. So I looked up. I was trying to find his mental health problems. Once he was taken into custody, the Bureau of Prisons doctors diagnosed him with a form of transient schizophrenia, as well as bipolar disorder and anxiety and depression.
Oh,
Well, okay. you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a veteran that suffers from some sort of anxiety and depression. And I'm suspect of the Bureau of Prisons diagnosing someone in their custody of anything.
Right.
And I would want second and third fucking opinions on that. But that was the only, thing. He's now in a reentry program, and they do not discuss, the Bureau of Prisons does not discuss the conditions of confinement for any inmate, including transfers or release plans. But apparently this poor motherfucker did 11 months in solitary.
Dude, 11 months. Okay, here's the key words there. Solitary and 11 months. Now, as the only rank and file member of this fucking debaucherous group that has been in prison and fucked up and was in the hole, 11 months, that's going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
That's going to fuck you up.
Like solitary confinement, I'm not a huge fan of it. I
been there, done that.
It's fucked up.
I played some dumb games. I won some dumb prizes, and I was in a cell by myself for 23 fucking hours of the day.
That's so bad.
And it fucks you up. And I wasn't in there for fucking 11 months. So I feel for that dude. That's some fucking psychological fucking razzle dazzle. Fucking
11
bullshit.
months and 1 week later, he was diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar disorder.
You think?
Right? Like,
you think?
I don't know.
Holy
I don't know if that's
fuck, man.
Yeah.
Was that really what it was? 11 months in 1 day?
No, I'm saying.
I'm just saying. Like 11
they
months.
stuck him in the hole for 11 months, and then they got him out and examined his head, and they were like, "Oh, turns out he's mentally ill."
Yeah,
really?
You think? Gee,
Yeah, he was just talking to himself.
He could have been diagnosed. But here's the other thing. Okay, so if they diagnosed him like that at the beginning, you don't take somebody who's fucking bipolar and schizophrenic and stick them in the hole for 11 months.
No.
So either they stuck a mentally ill person in the hole for 11 months, or they stuck a person in the hole for 11 months and made him mentally ill.
Yeah. Either way, you're creating a problem for yourself as a correctional officer.
Right.
You really are. 11 months in fucking in the hole.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
So I just thought you guys would find that fucking shit disturbing, interesting, disgusting, gross, upsetting.
Yeah.
Hey, good for him. He's out. And we'll see. 25 years from now, let's see how the history books record January 6th. Because 25 years from now, they could record it as the beginning of the freedom movement for the Second Civil War.
Yeah.
Or they can record it as the beginning of the movement that got put down by the government.
Speaking of somebody who's out and free and fucking
the beginning of the Hunger Games.
Yeah, there we go. And in the world, welcome Marco to the podcast.
Yes.
Hello. So it normally takes me about 22 minutes to get home after I get off work. Maybe 18 minutes on a good day.
Wow. Not 23, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, no,
Not
I have to
17.
Well, I have to time
22.
it because...
No, that's fucking beautiful. I love that.
Well, I have to time it exactly because I get out of work at 10 and we start recording this podcast at 10:30. So there's really not a lot of room for error. But today, the fine city of Austin and Public Works decided to take down the freeway to one lane.
Oh.
And
they didn't tell you all about that?
No, as a matter of fact, they done lied to me because they have you guys know how when you're driving through LA, they have like those they have like the sign that says 40 minutes to downtown or 20 minutes to that. Yeah, it said 9 minutes to get to my small city, to my to my area. It lied to me because about 3 miles later, expect delays, lane closures, blah blah blah, and those fuckers did it in between two. They did it in between two off ramps, and the way the off ramps work here, you get dumped on a frontage road, and then you ride that for a while, and then you come up on the street that you're going to come up on, that you need to come up on. So those off ramps are not like in Los Angeles where they're like a mile or so apart. They're a couple miles away from each other. Yeah. So
not even that. It's like a fucking quarter mile apart in LA. Like, you got options.
It is not. You do not have options out here. It's like you get off and then you ride that for a bit to get to the streets. Bruh. Today was no joke. And not only, so I had to go like a auxiliary route, if you will. And they were working on that fucking road too. So my normal, 15 to 18 minute ride home wound up being about 40 fucking minutes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fucking Tejas.
And I was reminded of last year where Thomas had made a mention when he was getting used to intermittent fasting back in the day, and he was like, "I'm just hungry." I was reminded of that statement this evening, as I didn't get a chance because I was tattooing to eat my last meal on time, so I had to eat it ahead of time. So where my cutoff is 8 p.m., my last meal was at 6, and I'm just like, I'm here going like, so hungry, so sad.
Look, you got some bonus hours for the next 24. You know what I mean?
Are you intermittent fasting right now?
I am. Yeah, I am. I'm kind of moving forward and taking charge of my where I'm at. So,
just stay at that. It's just make it a part of life.
Discipline.
Yeah, I'm not. I have a different kind of a different just go with the flow mindset. I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it. And even though I'm joking around being so hungry right now, I'm just like, it is what it is. That's just my cutoff time to to eat, if you will, be responsible. And I did get a really good tip that I can have to satiate is bone broth. That I can. That I can actually do bone broth at night. And we have bone broth here because thank God my wife's a chef. So yeah.
Iced tea, coffee. You don't do coffee at night, but what do you do? You do like a noon to 8? Is that your window?
Noon to 8 is my window. It just makes the most sense to me because I can eat like a good solid breakfast / lunch, brunch, whatever the fuck you want to call it, here at the house before I get on the road to work, and then I'm able to have like one more meal at work, theoretically speaking. And then I do, and then I'm watching like what, as far as like taking charge of what I get. So, depending on my schedule, I'm not, not getting shit in a bun, I'm not getting shit, like staying away from sandwiches. I'm not saying like, I'm not using the word dieting. I'm just saying like, hey,
you're just changing your diet.
I'm just changing my diet. I don't have to do this. I have other options, and God knows I love to eat different stuff. So Mediterranean food and all those other things instead of that.
Man, my motto is single ingredient. If it had a life, it's good for you.
It's a good rule because here's the thing: a lot of the additives put in food are actually causing a lot of different things, and I'm thinking it's the leading cause in young mental illness cases because back in the day there wasn't all these fucking preservatives and all this food. Now you have like fucking all this shit that you could leave on a shelf for 20 years and it'll look exactly the same.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm lucky. My wife is who she is, and she's started an herb garden and a vegetable garden, which she's actually using for the food truck. So we have a dehydrator, and we're actually starting to dehydrate all the ingredients basically that we're using as well too. So I have that as well. So I have really, really fresh herbs and shit like that to use.
Oh, dude, home, so. My brother-in-law has a freeze dryer.
Oh yeah, those things are dope. My sister-in-law has a freeze dryer. She freeze dries everything, like fucking ice creams and all this other random shit.
I've had freeze dried ice cream sandwiches, dude. They're they're bomb.
They're crazy. Like they're crazy good. You're like, I cannot believe I'm having this. I've had freeze dried marshmallows.
I had a freeze dried
drumstick ice cream.
I had a freeze dried milk dud.
Penis. Freeze dried milk dud.
And I'm gonna tell you what. Do you know what a freeze dried milk dud turns into?
We're just talking about not processed shit. And you're talking about freeze dried fucking milk duds and ice cream.
It turns into a fucking caramel cheese ball, bro. It puffs up like a cheese ball. Anyway, that's all. I'm just saying, I had fucking freeze dryer. We played around with it a little bit. I have a deep fryer too. We had a deep fry party. And we deep fried everything. Snickers bars, fucking.
Oh, dude, deep fry.
Oh man,
air fryers. Air shit.
Air fryer.
Air fryer is good.
That's how I do all my steaks.
Oh yeah, air frying steaks.
Ninja has a indoor steak griller.
That's what I have.
Yes, they do.
No, it's not an air fryer.
It's an air fryer / grill. There's the grill insert and the grill option.
There's one that's like legit just for like like you can set the steak.
It's a
and then
fucking
it'll-
George Foreman.
No, it's George Foreman on fucking steroids. Is what it is.
I'm looking.
Anyway.
I'm looking.
There's
I
this
just go
one-
outside and throw charcoal in the
Yeah, there's just
Kettle.
one thing I want to get. It's like $1,300, but it's like legit, like gets up to goddamn jigillion degrees. and
This
fucking
ninja thing
just-
has a 1500
Lava.
degree setting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into that.
really.
Yeah.
That actually might be a good thing. I
Up
don't
my
think I'd
game.
want to do that in my house.
You can
but-
you can grill steaks inside because you shut the lid and it recirculates all the air and stuff. I want to get one.
That
Oh,
works
yeah, I'm
for a
gonna-
bit, but my fucking air fryer, it's something's wrong with it because it's. I mean, I use it. I use it every
Hey,
fucking
T,
every day.
You're talking about the
Every
Ninja
fucking
Foodie
day.
Smart. You're talking about the Ninja Foodie Smart 6-in-1 indoor grill.
Let me see. Ninja.
It looks like
I swear to God, we're not sponsored
George
by Ninja
Foreman.
Foodie, but
No, we
Fuck
just
no,
turned
no.
into a goddamn Rachel Ray fucking podcast.
no, she doesn't talk about grilling steak, bro.
she's talking about
Just
EVO.
Food.
The 4-in-1
grill my
indoor
steak.
grill, I think, is what.
in her fucking mouth.
But there's one that it can
I have
go
the
up to like
Ninja Foodie.
1500 degrees. I think it's
Mine
the
only
outdoor-
goes to 510 though. Mine goes to 510. That's what I do my
Yeah.
steaks at.
Anyway,
There's a
it's-
6-in-1 indoor, which I see what you're saying, T. It loads the same as like a George Foreman, but
Right.
it's not. It's not just
Right.
not. It's
It's
not just a
not-
griddle.
right.
They close it in itself. It's just
No,
kinda
this motherfucker
encloses
like
everything in
changes
there.
temperatures and
Oh, yeah,
then
see that? That looks
yeah,
sexy.
dude.
my
Yeah,
charcoal
yeah,
Weber will
yeah,
melt the
yeah.
hair on my hands when I open it. So
well, yeah. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
the
fire does that.
Nothing beats a fucking charcoal. Well,
I
I want to get a
I
pit
love
boss.
it.
And for those of you who are thinking about buying Traegers, I did my research and buying a pit boss because the guy who invented Traeger, Mr. Traeger, apparently decided Traeger wasn't where he wanted to be, and he left Traeger and founded Pit Boss. And
Just
Traeger
No
went and sued
shit.
Pit Boss.
Can I
And
give you
Pit
a word of
Boss was
advice
like,
on
"Fuck
that?
you, it's my company." And so he makes basically Traegers for less money.
can I give you a word of advice? Don't get the old one. Get a new one that has settings to where you can pick the temperature. Because my fucking Pit
Yep.
Boss, I cook a lot of ribs at 275, and I do a 130 method, competition barbecue style. And
Mhm.
if I want to use my Pit Boss, I have to put it at 300 or 250 because there's no 275. So it goes like 225, 250, 300. There is no other fucking 275 there, and it's very difficult. And the P settings are fucked up on the old ones. So do really good research on it, and don't buy any of the old ones. Buy the fucking new ones that you can choose your
Look
temperature.
Oh, here's the thing.
Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Look. Hold on. Y'all youngsters doing this thing wrong. See, back in my day, what we used to do, we used to get one of the 50-gallon. You know what I'm saying? 150 got old drum. We take it down to the Woody's. You know what I'm saying? We take it down to Woody's shop. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
The
dude.
We'll cut it in half.
I have a
We'll make
straight
an old
wood
school
barbecue.
smoker.
Yep.
I mean, fuck, man, finding grills out here, it's very limited choices as far as the
I got
barbecue
you.
grills.
I got you.
Got me what?
I checked the fucking chat. This is what I'm gonna fucking get.
Yeah, hold on.
It's like $1,100 with tax and everything.
The
but
Auto Grill.
Oh, dude, they make
my
badass pizza
God.
ovens, dude. They
Dude,
make badass pizza.
We really
ovens.
are the Rachel Ray podcast now.
these motherfuckers.
1,500
Yeah.
degrees.
Dude, I would totally
Yes.
shove my meat in that thing.
Oh, what?
Hey,
That thing's got a big mouth on it. I mean, a big opening. Oh, look at this one.
T, you're talking
Ooh.
about getting you're talking about Pip. Who's talking
That's
about the Pip
double
Boss? Is it
decker.
you, T?
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother-in-law has one. He has one of the ones where it's actually set to be a Bluetooth to his phone, and it's pretty legit. It'll actually drop like pellets as it needs them.
Yeah. Well, so now that we're moving on, now
Are we though?
we had something else.
Yeah,
we wanted to
we're
discuss.
moving on.
We had something else.
We're moving on
We're
to
way
a whole new
too-
world.
Yes.
We're gonna go
Wait.
Down-
Speaking of a whole new world,
down where it's wetter under the sea.
down.
Oh wait, it's better down where it's wetter.
I mean,
take it from me. Take it
Isn't it
from me.
always?
That crab knew the fuck what's up.
Hell yeah, he did.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So,
Fuck yeah.
did you guys read? Marco, you're a Disney guy.
Of course I am.
Let's just start with what have you seen the trailer for this Little Mermaid movie?
Oh, I
Of course
saw
I
the
have.
trailer. Yeah.
And
And we all know why they're doing this shit, right? Like they're re-upping their IP
yeah.
licenses, so they have to like.
Well, no, that's the thing. Little Mermaid is not an IP license. Little Mermaid is fucking.
Well, yeah, just like
public
Cinderella and
domain.
all
It's
other
all public
shit,
domain.
and Winnie the Pooh, but
they're just trying to stay relevant.
They're doing their version because that's
Live
why
actions,
they're doing
yeah.
all this live action shit.
Yeah, it's all public domain.
It is. The actual movie concept itself is public domain, but the actual individual characters themselves,
Yeah, because Disney tweaked it to
right,
do their own
right.
thing.
And
Yeah.
then that's also why they release. That's why they release different pictures and use them in different ways with different outfits and stuff like that. Is to continue to update the actual images so that the characters can still be under their copyright.
Yeah, under their intellectual property licenses. Blah
Yes,
blah blah.
sir.
Legalese.
What did you think of the trailer? I have only seen parts of it.
It's hard, man,
I watched the whole goddamn trailer.
Listen, it's hard for me because I checked out of Disney live action movies at Jungle Book.
Oh,
at Jungle Book.
At Jungle Book, really?
At Jungle Book.
Okay.
Listen,
I liked Jungle Book.
Here's the problem. Here's my problem with all these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you give me Christopher Walken as King Louis,
I mean, come on, that was kind of glorious.
I mean, it's kind of
stop.
That was kind of amazing. That was kind of amazing.
I understand. Look, I understand the weapon.
Bill Murray was Baloo, bro.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I get the casting is fun in theory.
No, I get what you're saying. It's stunt casting.
Yeah,
it's stunt casting. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those like,
for the serious people that are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But for us, we're like, "It was fucking."
Yeah, because
cool.
King Louis was Louis Prima.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm high as fuck, and that's fucking funny.
And it's like casting Will Smith as the genie. You know what I'm saying?
That was
like
horrible.
I mean,
horrible.
There's so. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm not talking about race or anything like that. I'm talking about there's so many other. First and foremost, you're following fucking Robin Williams. So
You
good luck
don't do that. Yeah,
And
you don't do that.
second of all,
good luck with
it
that.
is so offensive to not use a real blue-skinned actor.
I mean,
There's
they could
that
use one of the
too.
motherfuckers from
There's that
Avatar.
too. They could have used one of those. Yeah, Marco.
I mean,
you're
Will
honest.
Smith is performing in
At the
Blueface.
time,
There's a whole
I'm just saying.
fucking town in fucking Virginia that's blue. Now it's because of inbreeding and incest, but
Wait,
No, I thought they were Smurfs.
What?
I don't know.
yeah,
They're blue?
they've inbred so bad that the color of their skin has tinted blue. Look it up. Google.
I'm
that
looking this shit up
Okay,
right
fucking-
No.
now. No,
Here
keep
we
going,
go.
Marco. I'll look it up. You keep
Oh
going
my
on the.
God.
So,
Yeah,
It's-
they're not blue, but they're tinted.
and
blue.
then you're not retelling the story. Now you're just doing shot for shots or pretty damn close to shot for shots, but you're just doing it live action.
Right.
And then as far as this is concerned, as soon as Sebastian came out and it was like a real fucking crab.
Yeah,
first of all,
that lost me.
Real crabs are not cool, funny, pretty. You know what I'm saying? They're like some bug. There's some sea bug looking motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like they're some scary looking. Yeah, they're some serious fucked up looking motherfuckers.
Sea spider, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Sea
Like on
spider.
crack.
Sea
Like on
spider.
crack. So there's no ands if buts about it. There's like no way for you to sell me on this. I'm gonna go on the record by saying I don't care that they casted an African American or Caribbean or whatever she
She's
is. You know what
black.
I'm saying? Like, okay, I don't care. It's like saying for me, I had the opportunity back in the day to go and Thomas, you know this, see Phantom of the Opera live a couple of times. I was blessed with the opportunity to see several times. One of the times that I got to see it, Robert Guillaume was playing the Phantom. I went to go see a live performance of Phantom of the Opera, and it happened to be at that time that Robert Guillaume, look him up if you're listening to this, was playing the Phantom, a famous black guy that
Benson.
is Benson.
Yeah, Benson.
But he
Motherfucking Benson.
Motherfucking Benson.
but has a amazing fucking powerful voice, and it's
But you know what? I saw that too, and I saw a couple of Phantoms, and he was an angrier.
he
like
was
there-
he had a different
he was
delivery.
angrier and different.
And-
like you
and
know,
that's what I
that's just what he brought
That's
to the
what
role.
I'm expecting. I'm expecting when you cast somebody differently. To me, it's no difference. I'm you guys know that I'm a nerd this way. I like the Harry Potter series. I watched the Fantastic Beasts series, and they didn't have to, but they opted to recast Johnny Depp's part for fucking Hannibal. and we had a completely different bad guy on the third film, which completely changed the tone and mood of the film. So that's what I'm expecting. If I see this, which I probably will at one point when it comes to streaming.
Because you have to hate watch it, right?
I have to hate watch it.
Yeah, I don't think he's taking a hate watch it. I think he's just curious. No,
in all honesty, the way that I'll watch it is because I do so much Disney work at work, meaning I do so many Disney tattoos. I will have a client that will request for me to put that on for them. And I will put that on. And the last one, Strange World, Oddworld, the premise of that cartoon didn't catch me at all. So I didn't really watch. Wasn't on my radar to watch. I'm like, I'll get to it when I get to it. Same thing. One of my clients was like, I haven't seen it yet. It's out on Disney Plus. Can you pop it on? It was in the background. I was tattooing. It was confirmed. It was a piece of shit. So same thing with the Buzz Lightyear movie. It was a piece of shit.
Right.
So
because on its own, it was a piece of shit. I honestly think this movie on its own will be a piece of shit.
I think on its own, just to throw it to the live action, I'm not expecting anything from this, and I don't care who the cast. First of all, it's not my movie studio. I don't give a fuck.
Right. Yeah. I will say that what bothers. Here's the two things. Number one, the thing that bothers me is why. Right. Why are they casting the best actress? If they are, cool. As long as you were casting the best actress to play that mermaid,
sure,
cool, I'm down, right? But if Disney is entirely known for stunt casting, as we've discussed,
right,
and casting for social reasons rather than for the talented reasons, that bothers me. But what I sent you guys was an article about Disney changing the lyrics to some of the songs.
Yeah,
much like Little Mermaid,
the kiss the girl, right? The kiss.
So much like they omitted the greatest villain number since Cruella de Vil, the greatest villain song since Cruella de Vil out of Lion King, which is "Be Prepared." They omitted it entirely from the Lion King because of the Nazi undertones or overtones. In that case, now they are changing the lyrics to "Kiss the Girl" so that there is no way that it can be construed in any way, shape, or form that Prince Eric wants to kiss the Little Mermaid without her consent.
But here's the deal: Eric is not the one singing or narrating.
Yeah,
that
Sebastian
scene of the song. It's Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian
is saying like, "You want to kiss the girl."
And the whole reason, nice, Sebastian there. And the whole reason why he's saying is because the whole premise of it is like
Sebastian knows Ariel wants right. Sebastian knows what Ariel wants.
Well, not only that, in order to break the curse,
right,
she needs to be kissed by Eric before the next day, in order to break the curse and for her to get her voice back. That's like the whole reason. It's not you have to rape the girl. That's not the song.
Yeah. and she can't kiss him because he has to willingly kiss her.
Right. And she can't say anything because she doesn't have voice.
She doesn't have voice.
So this is where I'm like, no.
They should have appropriately.
You have to teach kids. You have to teach kids what's up. Like to say this isn't about consent. This is about this girl wants to be kissed. And she has no way of telling him that she wants to be kissed. So she enlists the aid of a fucking singing crab.
Yeah.
It's not about consent, you boys and girls.
And the whole time she's sitting there like
in a cool Jamaican voice.
She's sitting there in the fucking boat, like, look at my boobs, and she's leaning like,
yes.
Like she's asking for it.
Without asking.
That's consent.
They should have represented the disabled community, and she should have learned how to sign language. Do sign language.
You know what?
Boom, there we go. If you're going to be changing lyrics to a song, you should make her ass deaf for that scene.
That whole fucking movie could be changed if she would just
been like
grab
this,
a pen and paper and be like, I have no voice. I like you. Please kiss me. Hand him the note. Movie over. Credits.
Or she could have just pointed at him, pointed to her, did a little okay sign, and went like this.
and for those who can't see, Matt is sticking his index finger through the donut hole of the okay symbol.
Like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I mean, come on.
Don't say ooh, ooh, ooh.
Come on.
What can I say?
So, my question.
Can I say oh?
That could be, yeah. Oh. That's better.
My question is, at Disney, are they going to represent two different princesses, as Ariel, or are they going to stick with the classic cartoon princess?
Nope.
When you like take your kids to go
Nope.
and meet,
They're gonna
Because
fucking
we did that.
as they do with all
they-
live action. They're gonna freaking wipe like Johnny
No.
Depp's in fucking Pirates of the Caribbean now, and he's
No,
think
they're
they're
walking
gonna
around.
change the actress, or
That's
the character.
that's not true. They're gonna stick to all the theme parks will stick to the original princesses. There will be no live representation. There's like the new Belle, like the Belle doesn't look like the new Belle. The Cinderella doesn't look like the new Cinderella. The Mulan,
Yet.
for example, Mulan. No, there's not
Yet.
yet. I mean, they've already said they're not doing. They put it out that they're not doing it. The Mulan,
So they'll keep
Mulan's
the
already.
ones.
Yeah, they're gonna keep the original. They're gonna keep the original ones. Yeah.
Now, here's why.
Okay,
I
well
won't
then
go see
why
it in the
fuck
theater.
with then why change it in the live action? Like that's what I don't understand.
I
If
don't.
you're like,
I don't.
you
I
know
don't
what I
see
mean?
a point. I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't.
You know,
I
it's
don't
like if
see
you're gonna
why,
if you're
but I
gonna
also
take that
don't-
stand,
I really don't care.
if you, I
Well,
mean,
I mean,
look,
it's going to
we're
be a
talking
bad movie
about
anyway. So
we're talking about fictional fucking. We're talking about a fictitious creature, a fucking mermaid to begin
Fictional
with. So,
character.
I mean,
yeah.
Fictional
you know,
character.
mermaid lives matter. Here's why I won't go see the movie
Did
in
you
the
just
theater.
drop Mermaid Lives Matter?
he did.
Well, we're not gonna see it in the theaters, Thomas, because we have better things to do in an hour and 45 minutes of our time.
Well, that and if
MLM.
I'm sitting in the theater,
MLM.
her
MLM.
eyes are so fucking far apart that when they do a close up, I'll have to switch seats just to look at either side of her face.
Like that fucking chick from the fucking Queen's Gambit that was also on Peaky Blinders. She's hard to fucking look at. She
That-
looks like a
bro,
fucking fish.
like-
they should have casted her. She looks like a
Oh,
fucking fish.
Maybe
Her
that's
eyes
why
are
they
out
cast her,
here.
is because her
Remember
eyes are so
the chick-
far apart, like a
What-
fish.
Hey, what's
Fuck.
the actress name? What's the actress name from Ted 2? Got huge fucking eyes, dude. Huge,
know.
huge fucking eyes.
I
I
mean,
don't know. I'm okay with
Hold
huge
on, I'll
eyes,
look it up.
but
The British
But
one,
when they're
no.
when they're on the
They're
side of your
super
fucking
far
head,
apart.
Yeah, when you're wall-eyed, dude.
yeah,
Like,
there's a whole nother zip code between your fucking eyes.
Well, she is a fish.
yeah, that's where
A
I'm like,
parfish.
whatever. I found it sad that we have lost the maturity to understand a song's subtleties like Kiss the Girls. But we should have seen this coming. I mean, this is a world where the song Baby It's Cold Outside is considered rapey.
God, every
Mm-mm.
fucking Christmas they gotta fucking bring that fucking old goddamn record up. Wow, look at her boobs. Sorry.
Who are you looking at?
Wait, who are you looking at?
By the way, it's, the actress was Amanda
Seyfried.
Seyfried?
Yeah.
Seyfried?
No, no,
Yeah,
no, I
Seyfried.
guess. No, we
popped
can
up
see it.
Instagram and it fucking.
You gonna share?
I'll send it to you.
He's
Hold on.
trying.
Sending it right now.
Anyway, I wanted to bring that up because that kept coming up all week in my feed, is that people were debating about whether they should have, changed the lyrics or not. And, I mean, honestly, like, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to do it better, right? But this is the problem with Disney. Disney just takes what they've got. They did this with Star Wars. They take what they've got and they grind it so hard they squeeze every fucking dollar that they can out of it. And they take the joy and the classic. Like, next thing you know, they're going to remake Old Yeller and they're fucking going to, in the ultimate scene in Old Yeller, he's going to just go out there with a newspaper and smack him on the nose.
Or put a harness on him that makes him a service dog?
Right.
I'm just saying.
Service rabies. Old
Oh,
Yeller
fuck.
is going to give birth to puppies that become Air Bud. Like, fucking, come on.
Fuck, I'm about to go for round 2, bro.
What was round
Dang.
1?
What are you
Fucking
talking
I don't know.
earlier?
I don't know why that popped up on my. I just hit the search thing.
It's
and
really
that's
good
person
to
that
talk about
popped up.
visual stuff on a podcast, just for the record.
It's a mature woman in a very sheer top.
Hey, I understand.
Is that the
I'm just
actress?
saying.
that what?
No.
Did
Just
you
stop
send
talking
it?
about the picture because nobody's looking at it.
My God,
We can post it. It's okay.
I'm
Hey,
not, re- I'm not
where-
reposting
did-
that
wait,
shit.
wait, did you send it to the group?
on the gram.
Yeah. Anyway, I just think they should leave that shit alone. And I'm sick and tired of fucking shit getting changed for the, like, I'm sorry. I'm getting to the get off my lawn stage of my life.
Oh, I've been there, dude.
And
It's great over here.
How about this? You want to make a Disney princess movie? Why didn't you make a live action Princess and the Frog?
Give them
was it because
time.
the first one sucked?
Well, the IP isn't up for that. That's the.
Oh, is that why?
they just got Splash Mountain. That's her ride now.
Right.
For Tiana, you mean?
Yeah. Princess and the Frog is Splash Mountain's converted.
Yeah.
So give them like another fucking 10, 12 years. Well, they'll be on that.
Yeah, whose job is that, right? To just be in charge of, hey, we have to develop a project. That's got to be somebody's job.
Oh,
is the
sure.
IP clock watcher.
Yep. God. Anyway. Speaking of fucking movies.
Uh-oh.
You know, I was thinking that the movies about the KKK have never been like perfect, but they always seem to be cult classics.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
My buddies and I, we were talking the other day. One of my buddies was like, dude, I was raped in jail. And I said, motherfucker, we take Monopoly seriously here.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can we tell one of the jokes that we didn't tell before?
Which one did we not tell before?
The losing my virginity was a lot like my first football game.
Do you want me to tell that one?
Well, I just said it. Why don't you go ahead and hit the punchline on that?
Yeah. Well, I was losing my virginity a lot like my first football, or why was my first football game a lot like losing my virginity?
Why, Thomas?
At the end, I was bruised and bloody, but at least my dad came.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go, fuckers. I answered your email, you motherfuckers.
Chuck's face on that one was like, oh, man.
And Chuck knew that one. Actually, today I went for a walk with a beautiful woman.
Yeah?
Yeah, but then she noticed me and we went for a run.
Hey, all my Gen Xers, fucking, you know what size clippers Kurt Cobain preferred at the barbershop?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Ooh.
12 gauge.
Fuck. Fuck. That's dark. I like it. Ooh, that was a good one. How did a nun become a prostitute?
How?
Through her missionary work.
Oh.
Hey-o.
I had to tell all my friends the other day that I said, I'm sorry I took my pants off at your gender reveal party, but I thought it was, participation.
You guys, when I die, I want to be cremated, right? Everybody knows this. But
Okay.
I want my ashes pressed into a record.
No?
And I'm calling this my vinyl request.
Your vinyl request.
Oh my God. Oh,
So the
my
other
wife
day
is
I was,
furious. Oh, go ahead.
I said, so the other day I was driving in my truck and came across these midgets walking down the street. So I leaned out the window and I said, hey, guys going for a little walk?
Oh my God. My wife's furious at our next door neighbor who sunbathes topless in her backyard. I'm on the fence.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, you know why pedophiles are good at math?
Oh, shit. Why?
Why?
Because they mostly count on fingers.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
That happened.
Teacher asked their kids in the class to share what their dad do for a living. And so little Johnny raises his hand. He says, my dad's a stripper at a gay club and he turns tricks in the alley to earn extra money. After class, the teacher pulled him aside and says, Johnny, is your dad really a stripper at a gay club? And Johnny said, no, he works for CNN, but I was too embarrassed to say that.
Hey, why was the girl without arms unable to comb her hair?
Oh, I mean,
Oh.
Call her
Why?
nose.
Because she had cancer.
Oh my.
oh, wow.
Fuck.
All right, I'm on one tonight, boys.
You are.
Jesus, where are you finding those? Dude, that's a good one.
Darkjokes.com.
Oh.
My wife banned me from making any
I'm gonna
more
go there.
breakfast puns.
Yeah.
She says if I say one more, I'm toast.
Oh God.
You got one, Chuck?
Look, yeah, as drunk guy walks up to two priests sleeping, and he wakes up the first priest and goes, "Hey, I'm Jesus Christ." Priest looks at him and goes, "No, you're not. Go away." So he's like, "All right." He walks over to the other guy, other priest, and goes, "Hey, man, I'm Jesus Christ." And he goes, "No." Just like the other priest, he goes, "Get out of here." "No, you're not." He goes, "Look, I can prove it." He goes, "Follow me." And he walks down the street, walks right back into the bar, and the bartender looks at him and goes, "Jesus Christ, you're fucking back?"
All right.
What do you?
A feminist told me the other day about the Dwayne Johnson rule.
Oh,
And it states that in order to determine if a comment about her is appropriate to say to her, I must first ask myself, would I be comfortable saying this to Dwayne Johnson? And if I'm not, don't say it. So I looked her square in the eye and I said, your chest is fucking epic.
Hey, what do you call a gay person on fire?
What?
What?
LGBTQ.
Oh, okay.
My God. Oh, Lord. You know the relationship between a great burger and a shooting star?
Huh.
A burger is very meaty, but the other is a little meatier.
Oh.
Here's a little science joke for you.
How how are emos and Jews similar to one another?
Oh, my. Okay.
How?
Both prefer to cut it.
Oh.
What's the best part? What's the best part about dating an emo girl?
What?
She has texture on her thighs.
Oh,
my
Oh, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Jesus
You're not wrong.
Christ.
Hey, I got a parenting tip for
Oh.
all the parents out there of young kids. You know, Chuck's got a son who's starting to play video games. You know, Marco's son will someday be playing video games. Matt's daughter might play video games. Marco's daughter might play video games. My son plays video games. Listen, don't punish your child by taking their online games away.
Okay.
No, you just fucking log on and play in a way that gets them banned. Modern problems require modern solutions.
Pretty smart.
Diabolical.
That's pretty smart.
Anybody have a closer?
God, I got a long one, but it hasn't been proofed.
Should we go for
Actually,
it?
you know what? Let me see if there's a listener joke that I fucking
Well, I got
missed.
one right
Here we
before.
go.
Okay.
Say that one.
Oh, I got one here. Just came in Thursday. Big joke energy.
Oh, all right.
This story joke for y'all. I hope you like it.
Okay.
Shall we hit it? Oh, it's a longie.
Let's go.
There we go. Doing this raw dog.
We're raw dogging it.
Raw dogging it. So a man and a woman meet at a bar one night and start going out on dates, getting to know each other. Well, it gets progressively better, and they always go out on dates and spend lots of time together, just enjoying each other's company. Well, as the months and years go by, the man finally gets down on one knee and proposes, but he says, I will only marry you under the condition you never look inside my box under the bed. So she agrees, and they get married, and everything is fine and dandy. A couple of years go by, and she's forgotten all about the box, as things have gone really well for the two of them.
What's in the box?
Then one day, they're getting ready to go out on a date for their anniversary. So she's putting her earrings in and drops one on the floor and gets down on all fours to grab it, but she notices the box.
That's where the porno
Curiosity, yeah. Curiosity gets the better of her, and she looks in the box and she finds a couple of beer cans and $400. So she goes downstairs and says, honey, I'm really sorry, but I dropped an earring and noticed the box when I went to pick it up, and I looked in the box. What's with all the stuff inside? So the man says, well, a couple years ago, before we were married, I cheated on you one night. So I sat and had a couple of beers to think about it, and I keep the box as a reminder to never do something so foolish ever again. So she says back, well, how do you explain the money then? And the man said, well, whenever the box filled up, I had to recycle the cans.
Okay. All
right. Good job, listener.
Yeah, I won't say his name. I don't know if he, she, or they wants to be named, but
oh yeah, we'll get into the have to maybe next week we'll talk about the Nashville or the Louisville thing.
Louisville,
our new shooter.
Yeah,
shut up a bank this time. At least it wasn't kids.
I did. And speaking of, I'm looking at jokes right now, and they're all school shooting jokes.
Yeah, I shined over all those.
No, yeah, a lot of those.
Yeah, I skipped.
There's one that I was like, "Fuck, that's bad," but that's good.
Yeah,
bad, really fucking bad.
All right, well, War Stories listeners, we're getting ready for our 200th episode.
The big hoot nanny.
You have a little bit of time to email us, and also to our listener who happened to send me a direct message. I had a listener send me a direct message with just one word. This listener happens to know me, and the word was lesbola. With a big laughy face emoji. And
Fucking
this listener
amazing.
also happens to work for a fire department. And I said, I bet you've got one at your agency. And he goes, now that you mention it. And he proceeded to tell me about this promotional process for a certain person that reached a certain rank with very little time on the street, who just happened to be of the female lesbian persuasion. And I'm just telling you, like, you know, and I'm not saying it's anyone's particular. The Good Old Boy Network existed for a long time. It just happens to be now the Good Old Girl Network.
Good old Butch Network.
All right.
I said what I said, motherfuckers.
Fight me.
Fight me.
All right. Well, I guess until next week, we'll see you in the locker room.
Yes, sir. See you, fuckers.
Good night.
Good night.
Here we go. I'm gonna go spend some time with that photo.
I still don't have that photo.
It's on the gram.
Go on the fucking Instagram.
Go on the Instagram, our Instagram group thing.
Fucking titty. You can see the titties.
Mac can forward it to you. You message him. I'm sure he will.
Oh, snap. Okay, I can't see him.
There you go. They're not
There you
big.
go.
They're like $50.
They're
The
proportionate.
fucking boobs are double D's.
You would
no,
not.
the areola.
You would
Just-
not.
That big.
Listen, you
She's
would not
just-
kick
she's-
this out of the bed for eating crackers.
She's
No.
in our age bracket, so that makes it attractive.
Right.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
Good, nice
All right.
eyes.
Headlights are on.
You're so abused.